Hello and good evening everybody, this is Sanena and welcome back to my channel with regards to another love read for the sign of Libra, and this is for March 2019 guys. Okay, so Libra, beautiful people, wonderful people, very creative people. That's what I like to say about Libra. And for the Librans in general, with regards to their love and social activities, are very important for them, definitely. But again, to them, relationship is what life is all about. So Librans in general are very creative people, and even in their relationship, they look for creativity. That's very important to them, okay? Now, according to your chart, now this is a general reading, ladies and gentlemen, so take what resonates and leave the rest of it. Don't force yourself into any reading if it doesn't resonate with you. And this is what I tell everybody, because again, it's a general reading, so you know, it might agree with you, and in some cases it might not agree with you. Now, in your horoscope, Uranus, which is a dynamic and a volatile planet, is moving through your 7th house for the past 7 years. And you know, this was the reason why a lot of Librans during the past 7 years had a tremendous amount of volatile activity as far as their relationships were concerned, which created a lot of divorces, a lot of breakups of their relationships. But now you will be in a completely different circle than you were 7 years before. Okay, and this was the purpose for Uranus, to shake up things in your love and social circle before coming to the point, or before getting you to the point of making you feel more stable in your relationship. Okay, and therefore your social circle, your love life will be much better than what it was in 2012. Okay, but this shake up in every zone of your life, you know, there is a period of shake up that happens because the cosmic world calls for corrections. Okay, so that is the way the cosmic world can correct your actions with the shake up, because unless people are really taken and, you know, given that shake up, people don't move from where they are. So this is the way, the natural way the cosmic world does things for you guys. Okay, now the 7th house of your love will basically be empty after March the 7th. Okay, and this will be kind of your status quo. But again, Librans, if you're already in a relationship, it will most likely continue. But those who are unattached, those who do not have any relationship, will most likely remain in the same status quo. Okay, so that's kind of news for you. But love again, you guys, you know, will be having short-term flings, short-term love relationships. That will keep happening. Okay, that will definitely keep happening. But love will, whatever, in whichever form it is, love will definitely kind of settle down a little bit, will become more stable. But what is happening, and I have said this before in one of my reading as well, just as a reminder for the Librans, your sex life will become very active, and that's because Uranus is moving into your 8th house from your 7th house. Uranus is moving into your 8th house of regeneration in March, and will be staying there for the next 7 years. Okay, so this is going to be a long trend. Now with Uranus in the 8th house indicates much sexual experimentation that will happen, but do it if you have to do it, as long as it isn't destructive for you. Okay, it will be a good thing, because it is through these experimentations that you will gain real knowledge about your situation as well. Okay, so basically what you're going to learn from here, guys, it is through these experimentations you will know, in your case, all the rule books, okay, and what you need to throw out, what you need to keep, what you need to learn, what works for you personally. Because remember, every person is unique, okay, and every person is wired up in a unique way. So what works for one person will not work for the other person. And this applies in your sexual experimentation as well. What works for you may not work for the other person, guys, okay? But these are kind of things that will keep happening throughout the year. And it's a reminder, that whatever you do, do it if you have to do, Librans. But again, remember, as long as it is not self-destructive, or it is not destroying you in any way, okay? So keep that in mind. Other than that, whatever you have to do, the cosmic world is calling for you to do, you definitely will have to do it, okay? Now, having said that, my cards are on the table in here, so I'm going to jump into the reading for this time, the time period that we have in here, to check your energies, to check your significant others' energies as well for the month of March 2019, guys, okay, Librans. Now, as far as your significant other is concerned in this period in time, that person is definitely in a good mood, guys, okay? This person is definitely looking at the sun, definitely looking for love, the light, the glow, the brilliance, the beauty, in this love relationship, in the higher self. And the way this person is doing that is because this person is kind of in the higher self, guys. This person is becoming independent, okay? This person is in the higher self, is nourishing the thought of this love, but in a very independent way, okay? Basically, the higher self card in this way indicates that this person is actually wanting to ripen this harvest of love, okay? But again, this person is doing that in a very independent way. The harvest of love that will guarantee him or her with the success, with the resources, with the confidence. And of course, this person wants to take control of this love situation with the Librans because of their own independence, okay, in their higher self, guys. And that is the reason this person is definitely feeling a lot more energetic about this love situation. This person is definitely enjoying that in the higher self, and wants the love to blossom, wants the love to come into their life, into the significant others, as well as the life of the Librans, okay? And this thought is being nourished in a very independent way by the significant other, through the wisdom of their resources, through the wisdom of their confidence, where they can feel the harvest of their love that is about to ripen in the right way, okay? So that is their higher self energy for the significant other in the life of the Librans. And that is the reason this person is kind of wanting to seek the right approach towards this love situation, guys, okay? So they are contemplating their movement. They are taking a decision on the next phase of this journey in their love relationship. They are basically in that in that mood, or in that frame of mind, to take a decision of what is the right approach towards this love situation, what that person can do in order to ripen the harvest of love, how independently that person can bring this love to its fruition. So all kinds of these kind of actions, these kind of mental actions, basically, not so much of physical action, because it's happening in the higher self, guys. So I would say this kind of mental action is going on in their life, in their higher self, as far as your significant other is concerned, and that this person is doing because definitely in their higher self they are wanting this love to blossom in the right way. Okay, so it's a good energy, definitely a very nice energy to start the reading with, because I always feel that the higher self card and the physical world, and I think I have said this before as well, that there is always a connection between the two of them, because only if your only if your higher self permits you to do what you have to do, it's only then that your physical actions will manifest in the right way, guys. Okay, now having said this, as far as the Librans are concerned, they are not giving birth to this at this point in time. Okay, they are not being in their higher self, they are not being creative towards their love approach at this point in time. They are not working to bring their love to its fruition. It's exactly the contradictory energy between the two of them. Okay, whereas this person, the significant other, is looking towards ripening the harvest of love, the Librans at this point in time is not looking for that. Okay, they are not giving birth to this love in their higher self, not in the month of March 2019, guys. Okay, because their status quo, like I told you in their horoscope, is that they are not really moving. That's not their priority at this point in time, because their 7th house of love is going to be empty after March the 7th, right? So that is the reason why they're not really, even though they know that the higher self energy for the significant other is moving towards this love, at the same time, the Librans themselves are not moving there. Okay, not in their higher self. They are not giving birth to this love, to this beauty, to this creative beauty, to the vitality of their love at this point in time. They are not nurturing that thought of love to give birth to it in the month of March 2019. Okay, so this project, this love project for the sign of Libran in the month of March is at a very standstill position as far as their higher self energy is concerned, because like I said, sometimes in life you get to watch these contradictory energies. When I'm doing the reading, it's definitely the two people at this point in time are doing two different kind of actions in their higher self, and this is happening because for the Librans, towards their love situation, they are not being very passionate. They're not desiring their passion in this love situation. They don't want to master that love situation, not at this point in time. Okay, because somewhere in their higher self, they are not confident of this love situation, not at this point in time. Okay, they are not looking for the pinnacle of achievement in love in the month of March, and neither are they giving birth to that project of love in their higher self in the month of March 2019, guys. Definitely two contradictory energies right away in the higher self for the significant other and the Librans themselves. Okay, definitely two very polar opposite and contradictory kind of energies in the higher self, guys. Now their heart energy, the two of them, heart and the soul, you know, the crossing card and the foundation card, this is the heart energy, the crossing card in here. For both of them at this point in time is definitely there is a concern on the resources that they have in their love relationship, okay? They are not confident of all the resources. They are not confident of the time, the skill, the energy that will come into this relationship once it is manifested in the right way. At this point in time, there is a lack of time, there is a lack of energy, there is a lack of skill towards building this love relationship in their heart at this point in time, okay? Because again, you know, like I said, two contradictory energies are creating this conflict in their heart, okay? So it's kind of, they're not giving, they're not taking from each other, not at this point in time, okay? They're not using their resources towards the benefit of love at this point in time, okay? Because in their heart energy, like I said, because of the two contradictory energies in the life of two people at the same time in one relationship is definitely not making things easier in their heart, in their crossing energy in the month of March 2019, because both of them are waiting for something to happen in their outside world. You know, it could be their career, their profession, it could be material gains, okay? It could be travel, long distance travel, which will be related to their career, you know, some kind, or a change of job in their situation, you know, something that is manifesting in their world, but not directly in their love world, but which is affecting their love world, okay? That is the reason at this point in time, they are actually, both of them in their heart, they are looking towards something which is going to come to them, okay? And that is the reason at this point in time, in their heart energy, their focus is towards that vision that is coming into their life, okay? Which is of course why their heart energy at this point in time is not really coming to the center of their love, and not in the month of March, because both of them are waiting for their ships to come sailing into their harbor. You know, like I said, it could be a job situation, it could be a long distance situation, it could be a long distance educational situation. It could also be that somebody is going through a divorce and they're waiting for that, you know, something that needs to break, and then they're going to go forward to build something. So it could be any kind of situation that is manifesting outside their love world, which is why at this point in time, in their heart, they are waiting for something else to happen. And again, and this is why indirectly in their heart, they are not using their resources to manifest this love at this point in time, okay? So something is going on. Like I said, it could be any situation for you guys that is manifesting outside your love circle. But again, because of this, your proximity towards your love area in your heart is not really manifesting the right result. Not in the month of March 2019. But in your soul energy, look at the contradiction. the heart says something, but the soul is telling them both that, they can move their chariot in the right way if they want to with regards to their love situation, guys. Okay, again, two very contradictory energy in their higher self, two very contradictory energy in their heart and in their soul as well. Okay, and this is again a major arcana, guys. Okay, which tells me that in their soul they definitely want to move this love in the right way. They definitely want to take the right approach. They definitely want to go forward. They definitely want to build this love for themselves as well as for the significant other, and vice versa, guys. Okay, so that's their soul energy. But again, it's a very up and down energy as far as the month of March 2019 is concerned. And again, this is because in their soul, deep down in their soul, they are hallucinating. They are not really thinking in a very practical and logical manner, guys. So it's their, like, what I mean to say is, in their soul, they are being pulled towards this love situation that they're not being able to deny. But at the same time, they are still in that smoky, airy, very unreal kind of a situation, that they are lingering their soul inside in the middle of all these cups in here, which is again telling me that they are still not very convinced, of which cup, of which road to take towards this love situation. They are very, like, Librans are air sign, guys. Okay, so in their soul, they are also very airy at this point, very smoky, undecisive. They want to build this love. They have the desire, they have that ambition, they have that will. Okay, but at the same time, this card is very unreal. Okay, it's not being practical, because the choices that they have to make for the Librans is not really manifesting in the right way. Although at the same time, they definitely want to move towards this love. But there are a lot of situations in their life for the significant other as well as for the Librans, which is of course making them go through the motions of this unreal world at the same time, where they are fantasizing, where they're hallucinating, where they are telling themselves that if they want to, they can definitely pick up the right cup to walk from there. But at the same time, they are very indecisive of doing this action to move the chariot in the right way, guys. Okay, so this is again a very contradictory, contrast, polar opposite, very indecisive, that's the word to be used in here for Librans. Very indecisive kind of an atmosphere with regards to their higher self energy at this point in time. Okay, they're not really getting into the right situation. They're not finding the right footing at this point in time, which is going to take them forward. They are being in a very uncertain state of affairs with regards to this love situation, guys. Okay, now having said this, the past energy of the Librans, I've got 3 cards in here, guys, and there are 2 major arcanas sitting in middle of 1 card in here. Okay, so the first card is that in the past, the Librans definitely lacked the strength in this love relationship. Either that, or that they were asking for strength to carry on this love relationship. Okay, but they definitely had less of strength with regards to their past love situation. Now, that is the reason why these people, the Librans, were very anxious with regards to this love okay, whether it's going to manifest in the right way, whether they can take this love to the next phase of their life. And it was giving them stress, okay, it was killing them in the past, okay, with regards to the lack of strength. At the same time, that was again giving them this anxiousness, this anxiety. They were not able to sleep in the night. They were kind of going around in circles, in their mind, in their heart, in their body, in their soul, as to what they should be doing, how they should be proceeding towards the situation, what would be the right action, or is it that they are making a mistake by going into this love relationship, So back and forth, which of course caused them a lot of anxiety. But at the same time, guys, they decided not to control this love, okay? So what happened in here is basically in the past, the love situation for the Librans did not manifest in the way they had thought it would, okay? Which is why they had lacked in strength, emotional strength, physical strength, mental strength to take this burden of love on their shoulders, which is why they were very anxious, very stressed out. They were not feeling happy. They were kind of in a panic situation, having nightmares, bad dreams, and stuff like that. But at the same time, their ego did not allow them to control that love in the way they wanted to, okay? Their ego was something that came in the middle of whatever was happening in the past with regards to their love situation, and which is why they did not want to manifest that love they thought, was not right for them in the past, of course. Okay, let's take a clarifier, because we got two major arcanas in here, guys. Okay, sitting in the middle of one card, which is definitely a big story for me. And again, it's because at that point in time, they were kind of trying to leave that grief behind of whatever happened in their love life, guys, okay? They were trying, the reason they did not control the situation of love in the way they wanted to, perhaps if things were okay, but they did not want to, because they felt, like I said, their ego was kind of coming in between their love and their pride, okay? That they could not surrender completely, and which is why they were, in the past, they were leaving the grief behind to settle for the wisdom, okay? Because they wanted to find out what is the best approach for them, for the Librans, towards the love situation, okay? So that is the reason they did not look at all the cups that were spilled in front of them. Rather, they were waiting for the right cup to come to them from the universe that would guide them in the right direction, guys, okay? Let me take a connecting card between the past and the present higher self to see what it is. Yeah, and see, and again, that's because, the connecting card in here tells me there was a lack of strength. They were not even trying to defend that love that perhaps did not manifest for them in the right way in the past. Now, if I'm not mistaken in here, guys, okay, again, if it resonates with you, it will. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But of course, the Librans have gone through another past experience of love and its failure, okay? So that is the reason why at this point in time, in this relationship, now it could be that it is with the same person, or it could be that it is with a different person. But whatever the situation is, because of this past experience of hurt, pain and grief, where they did not even support that or did not even defend that situation, did not feel that need because of their pride that definitely manifested their ego, or their ego manifested their pride, whichever way that can work, with people. So whatever the situation was, that definitely did not manifest the right result for the Librans in the past. And that is the reason why right now, apart from the cosmic world, whatever is happening, that is the reason in the recent time, in the month of March, they are very indecisive about their actions towards their love. Okay, that's because in the past they were not fighting towards this love situation, they were not battling to keep that love situation, they were not fighting the oppression or the grief or the pain that was going on in their life with regards to the past situation for the Librans. So they did not do nothing about it, okay? They did nothing about it to overcome any obstacle. They just left it, okay? They just kind of surrendered their fate, their love situation. They did not even volunteer to save that situation for themselves, okay? So again, like I said, it's because maybe of the past experience that they had, which is making them think now in the present times, or it could be that their past experience with the same person has left them in a state of dilemma, okay? Because if it is the same person, then they are not being able to completely trust the situation of love, okay? And if it's another person in the life of the Libran, it's the same situation. Because of their past experience, they are not being able to take their confidence, into trust, and they're not being able to trust that confidence and love, okay? So that is the way I would like to say this. They're not being able to trust their confidence and love, and that's why there is so much back and forth kind of an energy with regards to their love situation for the Librans in the month of March 2019, guys, okay? And that is exactly the reason, why in their physical world in the month of March, they are not even attempting to build this love. In their higher self, they are not giving birth. In their physical world, they are not giving birth as well. Okay? They are definitely not going to be working for it. They definitely do not want to work for it. At this point in time, they do not want to put in any kind of labor, even to become an apprentice in love, to master this skill. They definitely do not want to put in that little bit of an effort as well in their physical world, okay? So basically for the Librans in the month of March, their focus and concentration, like I said before, is definitely in some other area, okay? They are waiting for something else to happen before they can really volunteer or jump into the love situation in the month of March. So which is why at this point in time, with regards to their love situation, they are not even, worried about it like they had been about the situation in the past. But going forward in the month of March in the physical world, they are definitely not giving birth to it. They're definitely not putting any effort towards that love situation. They're definitely not wanting to go forward with their love situation. Neither are they creatively thinking about that love situation, which is why they are not feeling anxious. They are not feeling stressed out. They are not feeling drained. They are preserving their energy for a different reason. That's the feeling I'm getting out of this reading, guys, okay? They are definitely protecting their energy, they're preserving their energy, they're nourishing their energy, they're nurturing their energies for a different reason. Love is not their priority in the month of March 2019, guys, okay? And that's the kind of energy that is coming up in here in the physical world. And I'm going to take a connecting card in here. Yes. And see, the connecting card between the higher self and the physical world is because, again, as I said, they are strategizing on something else, which for the Librans in the month of March is more important than their love relationship. Okay, they're thinking about something else, they're strategizing their life in a different way, they're cutting through all the cloudy areas that is kind of halting their progress between their higher self love relationship and their physical world as well. They are not going to be paying attention to this love relationship at this point in time. They are not going to suffer for this. They are not going to build this love because their focus is on a completely different plane at this point in time for the Librans, guys. Okay, they are wanting to manifest something else in their life that is for them in the month of March more important than this love area. Okay, so this is where they are at this moment. They are acting like the judge, they are acting like the lawyer, they are acting like the King Solomon, they are acting like the policeman. This card is a controlled energy of all those people, okay, in the physical world. So they are taking things, but they are controlling, they are strategizing, they are working towards it, they are building something else in their world, you know, where they are not really taking love into consideration in the month of March 2019. Their focus for Librans is in a different area of their life, guys, okay? Now, having said this, going forward in the month of towards the end of March, beginning of April, they are definitely going to be victorious, okay? Now, before I talk about this card, I'm going to take a clarifier here. Yeah, and see, their victory is dependent. They definitely want, they will get victory. They will definitely get some kind of a victory. But like I said, this victory for the Librans is necessarily, could be a little bit of love, definitely, but more towards their finance, guys. Okay, their finance, their ownership, it could be your business, it could be, you know, that what you want in life is what it is you want to enjoy the luxury, you want to enjoy the finest things of life. That's what the Librans are looking for. They want to enjoy the wealth, you know, and that wealth is more so in their physical world than in their love relationship. Love relationship definitely could be a part of it. Definitely that's where they are seeking their victory as well. I cannot say complete no to that, but I don't know. I mean, the energy that I'm getting from this reading, guys, is that they're definitely seeking victory and they will get victory, but their victory is more focused upon the richness in life, the luxury in life, you know, where they want to be the leader of some kind of an action-oriented plan. They want to be a generous person. They want to be a friendly person of a good nature. They basically want to bring back their own self into focus in the month of March 2019, definitely. But again, you know, at the same time, they're not disowning their love, guys. They're not. You know, they are going to be a little bit of victory towards their love situation, but this is a moving forward energy which is definitely going to take time to happen towards the end of March, beginning of April. But at the same time, like I said, you know, their focus is more upon their financial mastery, their own self-will, their own freedom to enjoy the luxury, to be generous, to be giving, because Librans in general are very generous people, guys, okay? They are very generous. They are the air sign, but they are definitely generous people. At least my experience tells me that through whatever I have seen and noticed with the Librans, okay? So again, you know, if they want that love to come back to them in the right way, they have the significant other will have to bring them the victory as well. But the victory is again based upon not just emotions, it's based upon the actual luxury, the physical material luxury that the Librans need in their love life as well, guys. Okay, so this card, this victory, this enhancement of their heroic quality, the joy, the celebration is definitely dependent upon finance as well, guys, for the Librans. Okay, the richness, finance, the generosity, you know, basically enjoying the complete part of themselves in whole, in totality. Okay, where they can be friendly, where they can enjoy the luxury of life, where they want to do whatever they have to do, and they can do that in their own way, with their own freedom, and in their you know, using their own will as well in the month of March, later towards the month of March, beginning of April, guys. Okay, now having said that, in the environment, this is again a major arcana. Okay, this is magic. So from the environment, guys, the Librans are definitely going to get help. Okay, and this will be the magic, the card which is going to manifest the magic for the month of March 2019 for the Librans, where they are going to be able to seek their own avenues out of difficult situations. Okay, they can make plans, you know, to leave something behind what is not manifesting in the right way. They can take their proper course of action to find ways and avenues to seek a better approach towards their life, you know, their game plan being street smart at the same time, you know, which they can definitely, the environment will allow them to do so, guys. Okay, so they definitely want to manifest, like I told you, they definitely want to manifest love, but again, love in a very practical way, which is going to bring back everything in their world. It's not like love for them on an emotional basis so much. It's more on a practical feasibility in the month of March 2019, guys. Okay, that is what the Librans will be getting from their environment as well. That's going to help them towards moving forward in their love relationship, even towards the betterment of themselves as well. Okay, so they basically, in the month of March 2019, guys, they basically want to nurture love, but nurture love for themselves first before they nurture the love relationship. That's the energy I'm getting out of this reading for the month of March 2019 on a very practical level. Okay, emotions are being set aside, so they are moving, they are manifesting their love in a very practical approach, with a very practical approach, guys. Now their hope and fear is that they should be able to do the right things in order to avoid any disaster in their love life or for themselves. Okay, so they don't want any trouble. That's their hope and fear. They definitely don't want to cause trouble for themselves, nor they want to cause trouble for anybody else who is associated with them in this love area. Okay, so that's their hope and their fear, that they are able to manifest their practical approach towards this love situation in the right way in the month of March 2019. So they definitely are keeping that option open, and at the same time, it's because they know that if they do something wrong, they are going to go through that grief once again, which they have gone in the past. Okay, so that is the reason they are hoping and keeping the grief away by praying and hoping and fearing that their actions are manifested in the right way, which is definitely going to keep the three of sword energy away from them. You know, they don't want this back, guys. That's their hope, that's their fear. At the same time, this is why they are definitely trying to avoid or avert or delay any kind of wrongdoings in the month of March 2019, either for themselves, like I said, or even for their love situation, or even for their significant other, guys. Okay, so definitely it's their hope, their fear at this point in time that they are, keeping it kind of in a place that they know, the Librans know that they should not be doing anything which can topple or rock their boat or rock the love boat as well. Now the outcome is that the first thing first, guys, in order to manifest this love, like I said, they have to also free themselves from many other situations. They have to be free emotionally, they have to be free physically, they have to be free financially, they have to be free psychologically at the same time. Okay, that's very important. For the good outcome to happen in the month of March going forward, again, they have to set themselves free from whatever has been holding them back for a long time. Like I said, this setting free is again financially, emotionally, physically, psychologically, guys. Okay, so they have to work upon that area of their life for the right outcome to happen in their love life. That is definitely again going to bring them back the Six of Cups of happiness, abundance, joy, manifestation of their love in the right way if they can set themselves free from the pain, the grief, the hurt of the past as well. The experimentation, the experiences that they had with their love issues in the past. If they can forgive those, if they can forget those areas, if they can heal themselves, if they can purge out the old grief, suffering, pain, sorrow, that's when they are going to get back their love in the right way, guys. Okay, and this is the outcome. Again, keep this in mind, Librans. If you hold on to the wrong energies for way too long, I have said this in many videos, that for anybody, not just for Librans, guys, for anybody, if you want to manifest things in the right way, you definitely have to heal, nurture yourself first in the right way before love will nurture you back. Okay, so this is exactly the whole story in the life of the Librans for the month of March 2019. Guys, nurture yourself for love to nurture you back. Okay, with this I end my reading for the month of March 2019, Librans. Beautiful people, stay blessed. Goodbye, God bless, Khuda Hafiz, Namaste, and see you soon once again. Bye for now.